Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episode 2 begins right after Yuji Itadori is stabbed through the chest by Yuta Okkotsu. Yuji collapses as Sukuna briefly manifests inside him, but the scene quickly shifts to another battlefield, where Naoya Zenin is fighting Choso. Naoya uses his overwhelming speed to dominate the fight, moving so fast that Choso can barely react. Every attack lands cleanly, and Naoya keeps mocking Choso, calling him slow and stubborn. Despite taking heavy damage, Choso refuses to fall. He reminds Naoya that he is the eldest brother of 10 siblings, and that pride alone keeps him standing. Choso activates Flowing Red Scale, enhancing his physical abilities and sharpening his perception. For the first time, he can properly track Naoya's movements. Naoya increases his speed again and stabs Choso in the stomach with a knife, causing massive blood loss. He confidently claims that Choso cannot stop the bleeding, and that using weapons makes things easier and cleaner. Naoya openly admits his hatred toward his older brothers, saying that older brothers who are weaker than their younger siblings deserve to die. Choso responds calmly, explaining the role of an older brother. He says an older brother exists to guide, protect, and become a model for the younger ones. He suggests that Naoya is practiced precisely because his own older brothers were weak, forcing him to surpass them. As the fight continues, Naoya realizes that Choso is not dying despite the blood loss. Choso reveals the truth about his body. As a death-painting womb, a hybrid of cursed spirit and human, he does not die from blood loss as long as cursed energy remains. Choso spreads his blood across the ground, causing Naoya's feet to stick like glue. Taking advantage of this opening, Choso fires piercing blood directly at Naoya. Naoya attempts to activate his projection sorcery technique, which allows him to move at 24 frames per second. However, Choso counters with supernova, a technique refined over more than a century, detonating compressed blood from multiple directions. Naoya manages to block some of the attacks, but is suddenly struck from behind by Yuta Okkotsu, who appears out of nowhere and knocks him unconscious. Yuta explains that Choso's blood is poisonous to humans, making Naoya's condition even worse. He heals Naoya using reverse curse technique and tells him to report to the higher-ups that Yuji Itadori has been executed. Meanwhile, Yuji experiences a strange vision from his childhood. He sees his father, Jin Itadori, and his grandfather, Wasuke. His grandfather warns Jin to stay away from a certain woman or risk death. The memory fades as Yuji regains consciousness. Yuji wakes up to find Yuta sitting beside him. Yuta casually confirms that Yuji is alive. He explains that months earlier, Gojo Satoru asked Yuta to secretly watch over Yuji. Yuta pretended to execute Yuji to satisfy the higher-ups, then immediately revived him using reverse curse technique after stopping his heart. The execution vow remains valid, meaning the higher-ups believe Yuji is dead. Megumi Fushigura arrives and suggests hiding Yuji within Jujutsu High. Yuji refuses, blaming himself for the deaths during the Shibuya incident. Megumi argues that sorcerers are not heroes, but their existence still matters. He then reveals the true crisis. Kenjaku has initiated the Culling Game, a deadly ritual forcing sorcerers across Japan to kill each other. Megumi's sister, Tsumiki Fushigura, has been unwillingly registered as a participant. The rules of the Culling Game are explained. All players must enter within 19 days. Failure to participate results in the removal of cursed techniques, leading to death. Players gain points by killing others, and those points can be used to add new rules. Yuji warns Yuta about Sukuna, explaining that 15 fingers have already been consumed. He asks Yuta to kill him immediately if Sukuna ever takes control. Yuta agrees without hesitation. Megumi says their next step is to meet Master Tengen. They need information on how to release Gojo Satoru from the prison realm and how to stop the Culling Game. Yuji asks about Nobara Kugisaki, but Megumi stays silent, confirming her fate without words. Choso then joins the group, offering to guide them through Tengen's barriers using his connection to previous intruders. The group arrives at Jujutsu High, where they meet Yuki Tsukumo. They enter the Star Corridor, passing through multiple barriers, until they reach a vast, silent chamber. A strange presence fills the space as Master Tengen finally appears before them. The episode ends with the group standing face to face with the being who holds the key to Gojo's fate and the future of the Jujutsu world.